Oxford Township, New Jersey, Ship, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey, Township, New Jersey. Oxford Township is a township in Warren County, New Jersey, United States. As of the 2010 United States Census, the township's population was 2514, reflecting an increase of 207 plus 9.0% from the 2307 counted in the 2000 census, which had in turn increased by 517 plus 28.9% from the 1790 counted in the 1990 census. It part of the easternmost region of the Lehigh Valley. Oxford Township was formed from portions of Greenwich Township on May 30, 1754, while the area was still part of Sussex County. It was incorporated on February 21, 1798, as one of New Jersey's initial group of townships by an act of the New Jersey Legislature. Mansfield Township became part of the newly formed Warren County on November 20, 1824. Over the centuries since its creation, portions of the township were taken to form Knowlton Township February 23, 1763, Franklin Township, Harmony Township and Hope Township all on April 8, 1839, Belvidere April 7, 1845, and White Township April 9, 1913. The origin of the name and the exact date of the township's creation is in dispute. One source says that the township was named for the University of Oxford in England and was formed in either 1753 or 1755, but other sources claim that the township was named after an early settler named John Axford, who came to settle in the area with others between 1735 and 1739, and affirms that Oxford furnace, constructed in 1741, was the third furnace in Colonial New Jersey and the first constructed at a site where iron ore was mined. Other furnaces used or extracted from bogs. Oxford furnace operated the longest of any of the Colonial-era furnaces, not being blown out until 1884. In 1835, it was the site of America's first successful use of the hot blast, in which preheated air was blown into the furnace, cutting production time. Though worn down by time, much of the site still stands. Oxford Furnace is listed on the state and the National Register of Historic Places. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the township had a total area of 6.6 square miles, 15.70 km2, including 5.96 square miles, 15.43 km2 of land and 0.10 square miles, 0.26 km2 of water, 1.67%. Oxford CDP, with a 2010 census population of 1090, is an unincorporated community and census-designated place CDP located within the township. Oxford CDP and Oxford Township are not coextensive, with the CDP covering 11.7% of the 5.89 miles, 9.48 km of the township as a whole. Other unincorporated communities, localities, and place names located partially or completely within the township include Pequest. The township borders the Warren County municipalities of Mansfield Township. Climate. Being in the Northeast, Oxford experiences all 4 seasons, with hot, humid summers and cold, snowy winters. Demographics. The township's economic data, as is all of Warren County, is calculated by the U.S. Census Bureau as part of the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, PA&J Metropolitan Statistical Area. Census 2010. The 2010 United States Census counted 2,514 people, 950 households, and 675 families in the township. The population density was 434.5 per square mile, 167.8/km2. There were 1033 housing units at an average density of 178.5 per square mile, 68. The racial makeup was 94.99% 2388 white, 1.63%, 41 Black or African American, 0.0% 0 Native American, 1.51%, 38 Asian, 0.0% 0 Pacific Islander, 0.68%, 17 Hispanic or Latino of any race were 3.78%, 95 of the population. Of the 950 households, 32.3% had children under the age of 18, 56.1% were married couples living together, 10.3% had a female householder with no husband present, and 28.9% were non-families. Of all households, 22.6% were made up of individuals and 9.4% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.63 and the average family size was 3.13. 24.0% of the population were under the age of 18, 7.4% from 18 to 24, 25.2% from 25 to 44, 31.0% from 45 to 64. The median age was 41.1 years. For every 100 females, the population had 94.7 males. For every 100 females ages 18 and older, there were 93.7 males. The Census Bureau's 2006–2010 American Community Survey showed that in 2010 inflation-adjusted dollars median household income was $66,268, with a margin of error of plus $3,864, and the median family income was $76,186. Males had a median income of $56,731 plus $11,282 versus $36,816 plus $5,060 for females. The per capita income for the borough was $29,948 plus $2,220. About 1.5% of families and 3.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 3.6% of those under age 18 and 5.2% of those age 65 or over. Census 2000. As of the 2000 United States Census, there were 2,307 people, 886 households, and 618 families residing in the township. The population density was 388.7 inhabitants per square mile, 150.0/km2. There were 938 housing units at an average density of 158.0 per square mile, 61.0/km2. The racial makeup of the township was 96.58% white, 1.21% African American, 0.22% Native American, 0.52% Asian, 0.65% from other races, and 0.82% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 3.47% of the population. There were 886 households, out of which 37.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 58.1% were married couples living together, 6.7% had a female householder with no husband present, and 30.2% were non-families. 26.3% of all households were made up of individuals, and 12.1% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.60, and the average family size was 3.18. In the township, the population was spread out, with 27.5% under the age of 18, 5.0% from 18 to 24, 35.9% from 25 to 44, 20.3% from 45 to 64, and 11.3% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 36 years. For every 100 females, there were 97.2 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 95.0 males. The median income for a household in the township was $53,359, and the median income for a family was $63,750. Males had a median income of $45,667 versus $31,210 for females. The per capita income for the township was $23,515. About 2.6% of families and 4.0% of the population were below the poverty line, including 2.1% of those under age 18 and 7.9% of those age 65 or over. Government. Local government. Oxford Township is governed under the Township form of New Jersey municipal government, one of 141 municipalities of the 565 statewide that use this form, the second most commonly used form of government in the state. The Township Committee is comprised of 3 members, who are elected directly by the voters at large in partisan elections to serve 3-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with 1 seat coming up for election each year as part of the November general election in a 3-year cycle. At an annual reorganization meeting held during the first week of January, the Township Committee selects one of its members to serve as mayor and another to serve as deputy mayor. As of 2020, members of the Oxford Township Committee are Mayor Robert F. Nyland R. term on committee, and as mayor ends December 31, 2020, Deputy Mayor Gerald Norton R. term on committee ends 2021, term as deputy mayor ends 2020, and Georgette Miller R. 2022. After committee member Keith Gibbons resigned in July 2014 in the wake of harassment claims, Mayor Jade White and committee member Jim Williams resigned in August 2014 after realizing that Williams should have been up for election the previous November following his appointment to office. This left the township with no serving council members. In September 2014, Governor Chris Christie appointed Democrat Bill Bray and Republicans Mark Pasquini and Bill Ryan to fill the 3 vacant seats on an interim basis until the November 2014 general election, with the committee selecting Pasquini as mayor and Ryan as deputy mayor. In the November 2014 general election, Ryan was elected to serve the balance of the term expiring in December 2016. Federal, state, and county representation. Oxford Township is located in the 5th Congressional District and is part of New Jersey's 24th State Legislative District. Prior to the 2011 reapportionment following the 2010 census, Oxford Township had been in the 23rd State Legislative District. For the 117th United States Congress, New Jersey's 5th Congressional District is represented by Josh Gothamer D. Wyckoff. New Jersey is represented in the United States Senate by Democrats Cory Booker, Newark, term ends 2027, and Bob Menendez Harrison, term ends 2025. For the 2018-2019 session Senate General Assembly, the 24th Legislative District of the New Jersey Legislature is represented in the State Senate by Steve Oroho R. Franklin and in the General Assembly by Parker Space R. Wantage Township and Harold J. Worths R. Hamburg. Warren County is governed by a board of chosen freeholders whose 3 members are chosen at large on a staggered basis in partisan elections, with 1 seat coming up for election each year as part of the November general election. At an annual reorganization meeting held in the beginning of January, the board selects one of its members to serve as freeholder director and other as deputy director. As of 2014, Warren County's freeholders are Freeholder Director Edward J. Smith R., Asbury/Franklin Township, 2015. Freeholder Deputy Director Richard D. Gardner R., Asbury/Franklin Township, 2014, and Freeholder Jason Sarnosky R., Lopatong Township, 2016. Constitutional officers elected on a countywide basis are Sis R. County Clerk Patricia J. Cald Blairstown Township, Sheriff David Gallant Blairstown Township, and Surrogate Kevin O'Neill Hackettstown. The County Administrator Steve Marvin is responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operation of the county and its departments. Politics, 6, politics, politics, 6, politics, politics. As of March 23, 2011, there were a total of 1,464 registered voters in Oxford Township, of which 338 23.1% BS, 21.5% countywide were registered as Democrats, 555 37.9% BS, 35.3% were registered as. There were 2 voters registered to other parties. Among the township's 2010 census population, 58.2% BS, 62.3% in Warren County were registered to vote, including 76.6% of those ages 18 and over VS, 81.5% countywide. In the 2012 presidential election, Republican Mitt Romney received 591 votes, 57.4% BS, 56.0% countywide, ahead of Democrat Barack Obama with 403 votes, 39.1% BS, 40.8%, and other candidates with 20 votes. In the 2008 presidential election, Republican John McCain received 662 votes, 58.0% BS, 55.2% countywide, ahead of Democrat Barack Obama with 417 votes, 36.5% BS, 41.4%, and other candidates with 22 votes. In the 2004 presidential election, Republican George W. Bush received 698 votes, 63.1% BS, 61.0% countywide, ahead of Democrat John Kerry with 379 votes, 34.3% BS, 37.2%, and other candidates with 9. In the 2013 gubernatorial election, Republican Chris Christie received 73.6% of the vote, 514 cast, ahead of Democrat Barbara Buono with 24.2%, 169 votes, and other candidates with 2.1%, 15 votes, among the 725 ballots cast by the township. In the 2009 gubernatorial election, Republican Chris Christie received 503 votes, 64.0% BS, 61.3% countywide, ahead of Democrat John Corzine with 176 votes, 22.4% BS, 34.7%, Independent Chris Daggett. Education. The Oxford Township School District serves public school students in pre-kindergarten through 8th grade at Oxford Central School. As of the 2018-19 school year, the district, comprised of 1 school, had an enrollment of 275 students and 30.0 classroom teachers on an FTE basis, for a student-teacher ratio of 9.21. Public school students in 9th through 12th grades are served by the Warren Hills Regional School District, which is a district for grades 7–12 that also serves students from the municipalities of Franklin Township, Mansfield Township, Washington Borough, and Washington Township, with students from Oxford Township attending on a tuition basis as part of a. Schools in the district with 2018-19 enrollment data from the National Center for Education Statistics are: Warren Hills Regional Middle School with 542 students in grades 7 and 8 located in Washington Borough, and Warren Hills Regional High School with 1,205 students in grades 9–12 located in Washington Township. Students from the township and from all of Warren County are eligible to attend Ridge and Valley Charter School in Frelinghuysen Township for grades K-8 or Warren County Technical School in Washington Borough for 9–2, with special education services provided by local districts supplemented throughout the county by the Warren County Special Services School District in Transportation. As of May 2010, the township had a total of 21.69 miles, 34.91 km of roadways, of which 13.2 miles, 20.95 km, were maintained by the municipality, 6.47 miles, 10.41 km by Warren County, and 2.20 miles 3.54 km. The main road that passes through is Route 31. The closest limited access roads, Interstate 78 and Interstate 80, are at least 20 minutes away. Notable people. People who were born in, residents of, or otherwise closely associated with Oxford Township include Kirk Allen, 1910–1999, actor best known for being the first actor to play the DC Comics character Superman, appearing on screen in the 1948 film serial Superman and its 1950 sequel Adam Man vs. Superman. Keith Jarrett, born 1945, jazz pianist and composer. George M. Robeson, 1829–1897, Union Army general during the American Civil War, and United States Secretary of the Navy during the Grant administration. Points of interest: Oxford Furnace, Shippen Manor,